A few years ago, I was travelling in Italy and I had the most sensational pasta dish. It was a combination of calamari or squid, just like this, and salami. Now, it sounds quite interesting to put the meat with the seafood, but it really works. The combination of saltiness from the salami and sweetness from calamari that's just cooked to perfection is just amazing. So I've dissected my calamari into 3 pieces. First of all, the hood, and I've taken out all the gunk inside, and we've got the tentacle, that's my favourite part. And I've got the wing here. A lot of people throw this out, but this is super sweet, so don't waste it. Just chop it quite finely, like I'm going to do here. So because this is quite a fast dish, I want these rings to be quite thin. So really sharp knife, and just run your knife through it so we get beautiful little calamari rings, just like that. But you can see they're not thick, they're quite small. So just take your time doing this and just really finely slice them. Okay, that is plenty for me today. Also, the tentacles here, so I'm just going to cut them into pieces, just like that. You don't want them to be too long, and I might add some of this too. So we're just cutting the wing there. So it's great to have a combination of the 3. They've all got different textures, slight difference, but some are more tender than the other. So we'll put that to the side there. Next, I'm using Sicilian salami today. You could use Hungarian, you could use della nonna. There's all different varieties out there. And we're just going to use about half of this and then really roughly chop it into 4 pieces. Okay, that's ready to go. Now let's start cooking. So we need some olive oil, a good glug of olive oil, because this sauce is olive oil based. We do need around 3 to 4 tablespoons, okay? So in with that, that's warmed up. So we're going to add 2 cloves of garlic that I've just chopped there. 2 anchovy fillets, they can go straight into the oil. I'm going to just get a spoon there and just press down on them with the back of your spoon just so they start to melt. You won't see these anchovies at all. They'll actually just flavour that oil and give it a really nice saltiness there. So just give that a stir. I want a good hit of chilli for this. So chilli flakes, we want about a heaped teaspoon in there. We'll just toss that around and automatically you can smell the chilli and the garlic combining together. It's just lovely. Okay, that's looking good. Now at this stage, I would add the pasta. Now, if you're using dried pasta, you need about 7 minutes for it to cook, but because I'm using fresh, this is going to take no time at all. So I'm just going to open that packet and we'll pop them in, and by the time this sauce is done, our pasta will be ready to be tossed into the sauce. So in that goes. So as soon as you see that garlic changing colour, and you can see there it's just starting to turn golden brown, that's the perfect time to add our salami, because you don't want that garlic to burn. As soon as it burns, well, the sauce will become quite bitter. So just keeping an eye on that is also quite important. And in with a very unusual ingredient, but chickpeas. I've got half a can of chickpeas here that I've just rinsed under some water. These actually give the dish a really nice meatiness too, would you believe? So they can go in. So I'll just warm this through. We'll toss that pan just to coat all that salami in that chilli. And now I'm going to add some tomato paste. So just a teaspoon of tomato paste in there. We want to cook that off. And once that has really mixed in nicely, we can add some white wine. So we're just going to deglaze this pan, allow that to bubble away so we can cook off the alcohol. And you may be saying, why aren't you adding the calamari? This takes moments to cook. Calamari is one of those things you can either really cook it quite fast and it'll stay nice and tender, or cook it really slow. Today we're cooking it quite fast, so it's going to take 2 minutes maximum. And you'll see it start to move and change colour. So it's quite opaque at the moment, but you'll see as soon as I give it a mix, it'll go really bright white. And when I add that pasta, that calamari will continue to cook too. All right, let's just toss that. I might just season it with a touch of salt here and a little bit of freshly cracked pepper. So I'm going to turn this pasta off. And just with my tongs, I'm just going to lift it out and pop it straight into the sauce there. And we can just give it a quick toss. Remove it from the heat, just like that. And this is where I add a little bit of lemon zest. I always leave the lemon zest just to the last minute so you can really taste it. If you cook that lemon zest, you won't taste as much. It won't be as intense. We'll just stir that through that pasta there, and we are ready to plate up. So we'll get a big mound of this fettuccine, and we'll just very carefully place it in this bowl. And the main attraction here is the salami, the calamari. Don't forget those little chickpeas. And I would finish this off with just a dribble of really good quality extra virgin olive oil. And voila, pasta, 15 minutes. It's got great flavours in there. That reminds me of the south of Italy.